What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales, back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. Okay, so I promised I'd do a video today, and this is a tricky one to make because I've got an intuitive impulse on this. I don't feel 100% certain on it, but we're going to put it out there anyway. There's something coming that I'm spotting down the line in relation to BG's work, and Waters Above Crypto has pointed a few things out to me. And I've seen some things on Bullpony, and a lot of the readers had showed some discontent about me mentioning these two characters, both Bullpony and Waters with Crypto. I can tell you now, these two characters are on fire. You might not resonate with their work, it doesn't matter to me, but I can tell you now that their work is fantastic. And it's connecting in with everything that I'm seeing from BG123's work. So there's an element of comparability there. Anyhow, this is my Twitter page. Come and say hi at Ripples in Wales, and thank you to all of you who are liking, subscribing, and to sharing the videos out. This is and also dropping comments. I've replied to every single comment on every video so far. So please drop in and tell me what you thought about these videos in the next, whenever, and also share the videos. That's a big thing for the growth of the channel. If you like this content and this dot connecting and it resonates with you and it shows you, it expands your horizons in any way, shape or form, share it with others. Let them get the expanse as well. So I really appreciate if you guys do that. Okay, so you saw me yesterday post a series of tweets regarding the reverse BG123 profile, and I posted a series of posts deliberately, not in code so much, but just to try and get you all to think a little bit. Now, it started here where I said, I cracked one of the biggest ones of them all. And that might not be totally true. I think I've cracked it. I'm not 100% certain. And I put, you won't want to miss the next video. What do you think about these images have in common? And I've got this fire burning. I've got the reverse Bearableguy Twitter banner. Let's open these images up. And my point is, I want you to get you to join the dots here. I want you guys to see what I'm seeing, and how do I try and bring this across to you. So I'm looking at various different points of BG's work, and I'm bringing it all together, because this is how the cryptographers put this together. The master creators of these riddles, or these cryptographic cartoons, have done it so in a sense that everything is laid in different pieces and you've got to bring it all back together. It's almost like they've smashed it, thrown it out into different parts, and your job is to bring it back together. My job is to try and get you guys to see what I see by bringing it all back together and trying the best I can to explain it along the way. I don't do always an amazing job with it, but I'll do my best. We've got the fire scene here. I want you to marry this to, we have this image here of the bear with the golden sun and blue skies, with the moons on his hat, and big smiling face, big bright eyes, and moon cycles sitting on a very interesting blue and yellow background. And then I've posted here October and November. Now this particular date is very important. We've seen this before. You may have seen me talk about it on the calendar, but I went on to say eclipse season soon. Okay, I want you to think about eclipses. Look, see the moon and the sun, eclipses. All right, and I put 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2023. Now, just before we begin with this, I want you all to know that I leave everything on the table for you. I'm not writing in riddles. I'm not doing this to be deliberately deceptive. There are many accounts in the community that have been deliberately deceptive with you, and they have deliberately held information so they became gatekeepers. Yeah, you know who they are. We don't even need to call them out. The idea of blockchain and Web3 is total transparency. Okay, people that do not have any truth or honesty and integrity have no resonance with me. Okay, the idea of this channel is to bring total 100% accountability, transparency, and truth to you all from my world view and perspective. I hope that resonates with you. I hope you can see that when I'm opening these things up, and the bear notices that I'm opening it up to you all, hence why I get the likes and the connection with this character. They resonate with the fact that we're being honest and truthful. So when I'm laying this down for you, I'm trying to put it out in a way that you can all see it, but making your little brains work, making all of your brains rather work towards understanding this all. Okay, I put 2023 down, 23 in brackets, and 1014. Those are dates. Okay, 10th is a month and 14th is the day in the month, and I'm referring to the 14th of October, and I've put sun and moon, which is an eclipse, eyes and target, and I've put bear looking up at the golden sun and blue skies as the moon transitions from open and closed. That was a little snippet of information that one of the old riddlers in the space, I think it was, oh gosh, who was it? Oh, it evades me now. I've got his picture in my head. Anyway, it'll come to me later on. 3, 2, 1 to 1, 2, 3. So let's. Okay, I'm going to just lay these out for you all. And I've put stars are beginning to align, and I've put go down the last six tweets and join the dots. So, how many teeth? Right. Let's get into this. And I've put these two pictures here, and this forms the basis of BG's banner. Okay. So he puts things in a very specific way. So the first thing to notice is that, let's go into this image here. We've got a 22 pointed sun and a bear sat on top of it with 3 moon cycles pegged to his hat. In the center one, we've got a full or a new moon. I think it's a full moon. I'm not certain, but we'll call it a full or a new moon. Okay, it's got it sitting over a full sun, which represents an eclipse. We know it's an eclipse because his eyes are wide open. You couldn't have your eyes wide open if it wasn't an eclipse. You'd have your shades on, right? Okay. If it was it's a full, and now we're talking a solar eclipse here. Sorry, my astrological work. I'm working on it. I've been learning for a little bit, but the point is, at a full solar eclipse, you're able to have you're able to have your eyes wide open. Okay, we've got the teeth, which is really important. Now, he's not pointing at his teeth in this picture. He's just got 3 pointed teeth, okay? And he leaves everything in 3s. Now, there was early riddles that showed you when he was pointing to his teeth, he was talking about kind of months. But I think he was being deliberately, how can I put this? Ambiguous with the way he was putting his data. And we'll look at that in a minute. We'll have a look again at this second image of, we've got the bear looking up at the golden sun and blue skies. If we look across, he's looking up at the golden sun and blue skies, right? And we've got him in a captain's outfit, and this is where he's from the ship scene in the future, which is probably 2024 onwards. And we've seen him with 3 pointed teeth and a finger crossing across 2, okay, 2 and 3 on the bottom row. Now, this is really important. Okay, so these are the kind of dots I was joining yesterday. So you've got him crossing his finger between 2 and 3, and you've got 3 pointed teeth. Okay, this is 23. We go back to this. We've got 3 teeth, which is 3. Okay, I'm going to come out of that now. I believe he's pointing you by 2023. This is the year, and I don't mean the year as in moon, right? I want to reiterate this. This particular banner here is, well, his reverse banner is all to do with XRP. If you go to my very first video, I explain this in detail, that the reverse Bearableguy, his account is to do with XRP, and the normal Bearableguy account is to do with Ripple. He separated the two out for you, okay? And this is to do with buying XRP. Okay, this whole banner. Let's just say like 80% of it is telling you when to buy XRP. Now, we can't nail the dates. We don't have a timeline. There is no timeline. The only timeline is Bearableguy's timeline. Anyone else who tells you anything's full of shit. Okay? I know that because I know this work intrinsically. I know it so well. The only timeline is this guy's timeline, and that's all you have. And the Ripple Riddlers. Those are the only two that ever account. There's no messengers. There's nothing other than these guys. And then there's a bunch of us who try to figure it out. Just mere mortals looking at these geniuses work. Now, bring it back into focus. He's telling you of a time when it'll be the most optimum to buy XRP. How do we know that? On his profile here, you've got Lodestar 3, which is the Lodestar that's coming up soon. We've already had Lodestar 1 and 2, and we're moving into Lodestar 3. Okay, it's written from bottom to top, not from top to bottom. He's wrote it in reverse order, and that's really important. He says the plans that XRP has for XRP are moving faster and faster, and I know that you all see it. He's referring to this banner here. the snowball's moving faster and faster, and I know that you all see it. But many don't even know it's happening. We are at the forefront of a new age, and when the bear, this is the part that's important now, and when the bear looks up at that beautiful golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. Okay? Don't forget the May, God bless you all now. It's different. But just look at this, and when the bear looks up at that beautiful golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. Okay. When the bear looks up at the golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity for people worldwide to take advantage of this chance to buy XRP. The whole banner is bloody well telling you, when this goes live, buy XRP, and it hasn't gone live yet. So it means there's a crash coming, or a retracement. Okay, let's go back to my posts. Okay, I was saying solar eclipse. Okay, so we need to have a look in a minute when the solar eclipse is. Okay, 10th, 14, 23, solar eclipse. Now, where can we go into some sort of chart? Yes, we can. We can look at mooncalendar.astro.seek. On the 14th of October, we have a new moon solar eclipse. October the 14th. Right, so you've seen me post that on here. Now, I don't know if this is right. We have to run out of complete guesswork now at this point. We don't know. There's nothing that's certain. I could be utterly wrong. I don't know. But we'll go with it. And I've put, are you ready for the fire? Now I've linked it to the next scene. And I've said, but it does not mean moon. No. I've put the fools who told you moon was so wrong. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, and I'll hammer this point home. The people who have promised you moon are deliberately manipulating you into listening to their content. There is no moon in BG's work. I'll reiterate, there is no moon in BG's work. He never talks about moon. There's no mention of it at all. Okay, you may look out into the future and look at BG's work, which is here, and you may say, okay, yeah, but Ripples, what about this scene here, which is in 2020, December 2025, moving to 26? Yes, you have a rocket blasting off and a bigger. The moon is in the top right hand corner. There is no moon, but I agree totally. By this point, you will have a price appreciation, with undoubtedly so, if the stars align for Ripple and all their plans come to fruition, and if the public ledger gets built out. So please just make sure you all feather your enthusiasms and have some patience. This will take another 3 years to build out. Okay, you will get price appreciation, I believe, in that time. There's undoubtedly so. You've got the Bitcoin bull cycle coming, but don't expect wild numbers and prices for your XRP just yet. Have patience and perseverance, as the bear has told us many times. Right, we go back to what I've said about the fire here. Now, let's jump on and join some dots to do with this fire. I've showed you before that there is a green sock, a purple sock, and a yellow sock. The colours are not in deliberation. We've talked about this many times. This is Bitcoin, and these are stockings for Christmas. So we're looking at Christmas time, Christmas season, the last quarter. Okay, we've got a calendar to back that up over here. We can look at the calendar. We can look at the dates briefly. This is the 2019 calendar, which should have equaled 2022, but we're 4 years behind in BG's work. There may have been slippage. There may have been delays. We don't know. All we can do is go with what we've got. So this calendar seems to be running reasonably well for 2023 right now. So we can assume there's a 4-year delay in it. Okay, September's golden. You've got October with the strong X's in, which is the most important part. And you've got November. You've got the pirate symbols we'll go into later on. And then we've got December when there's no X's on the calendar. Interesting, right? Okay, but we'll bring it to here where we've got the fireplace. Now the fireplace and the calendar, well, the calendar sits above the fireplace, and you've got a burning, okay? A burning on the fireplace. And if we just go back briefly to my Twitter page and bring this up, you've got the king's scepter burning on the fire and the phoenix rising. Okay, if we go back to that image once again, we can see the phoenix is rising in between October and November. Okay, right, October and November, and the burning down. Okay, this is the most important thing, the burning. A burning down signifies a bringing down of the market, a destruction phase. For a phoenix to rise, you need it to rise from ashes. For there to be ashes, there has to be a burn. And the burn isn't something pretty. It is a kind of cataclysmic event, not you know, let me rephrase that, a market fear event. Now, I want to bring you into something else for the time being. So we can see that the phoenix rises, or at least is burning bright, between October and November. We can see that if you have a burning event between October and November, and we're looking at 2023, the bear may well be telling you that between October the 14th, 2023, there may be a buying opportunity as there is a burning down. Now I've got here the phoenix is about to burn bright. The phoenix rises from ashes. Eclipse season equals death. And by death, I mean destruction. There's some sort of calamity coming down the lines. And I think that you'll have a positive rise in the markets first and then a fallback. And there are other accounts that are starting to kind of also jump onto this. These are the dot connects are quite wild and they're quite further out in the future. But what I want to try and draw into you is that above that phoenix is this scene, which is the strong X. October looks red. What have we heard before about October? Red October. Yeah? I've put in another tweet, 3.83, and I'm saying 2023, I believe, is what he's pointing you towards on the solar eclipse. Now, we can also have a look at other moon dates of the year. There is a November lunar eclipse, the 28th, but the 15th is the solar eclipse in Libra. Libra has this balance of scales. Yeah? Scales, justice, karma. A very interesting other thing to look at here when we're talking about solar eclipse, we have an annual solar eclipse on the 14th of October and a total solar eclipse occurring on April the 8th, 2024. Do you notice how they're creating an X across America? Look at that. And we've talked before about the Ripple Riddler. Now, these are wild dot connects, but we're going to go there. The Ripple Riddler was born, sorry, brother, explain that. The Ripple Riddle has seen the Declaration of Independence. He has his arms wide open, and when he in the scene here, and it refers to Jackson Hole, the level playing field in the background here. So the level playing field refers to, or rather is used in the Ripple Riddler video's Declaration of Independence to tell you when a certain thing will be enacted. And you can see that there's three scenes in the Ripple Riddler. In the Declaration of Independence, we've got a balloon being tethered down, which is Ripple, and some sort of deal being haggard out between the old and new. The new guards are Ripple, the old guards are the old banking cartels. Then we have a scene where you've got the arms wide open between 9 and 3. Remember that, 9 and 3, September and March. The arms are wide open. 3 strings, 2023. 2, 2, 2, and 3 of them, 2023. September is the level playing field. We can go back to that on the calendar and we can look here. The level playing field is September, October, November, December. Look at the pasture in the background, the green field. This is occurring then. So he's telling you all aboard. And then the third scene is pop, off you go. Now, before the phoenix can rise, you have to burn. Okay, and we can assume that by December, which is the end of the level playing field, which is here, you may see a rise, but not before things burn. I'll bring that back. Lunar eclipses are times of destruction, right? So, solar eclipses, and I want to bring you into eclipse season. Generally used in the cryptocurrency charts has been one of downward movements. We're going to have a little bit of look at that now. So, I hope that kind of makes sense to you all just so far, that you can see that what I'm looking at as I'm joining, when he says, when we look at this, when the bear looks up at the golden sun and blue skies, he thanks God for this opportunity. Don't want to unfollow him. For people worldwide, to thank God for this opportunity to buy XRP. Is he referring to this eclipse that is occurring on October the 14th? I mean, we don't know. I'm reaching. But we can also look at the main scenes here that show burning. And there's a gap between Bitcoin and XRP. And in that month of October, November, we have these strong X's, which is no, and then you've got pirate season, which is battle, piracy, battle for money. What are pirates? We've got who are the pirates? Ripple are the pirates. Why are they pirates? Look at him here, David Schwartz, on his one leg like a pirate. Okay, dressing as a pirate. Why are Ripple classed themselves as pirates? Because they're going for the other kingdom's money. Yeah, piracy. Look at the X and the logo. Okay, Ripple are the modern day pirates. They're taking back the old system. Okay, and the pirates always went for the gold. Little things that you can't see always and straight out. I'm going to bring you up to a video now by Waters Above Crypto, which he talks about a few things. I just want us to kind of have a little bit of a 3-minute listen to this, please.
9% of investors are unaware of, and just getting going, first 10 minutes, I'm sure you've acquired it quite a bit. So the day of Rosh Hashanah, exactly 23 days before October 9th, which lands on the day leaving 83 days left in the year, 23rd prime number, and
23.
I like to share this quite often. It's just a more advanced decoding strategy is to speak out your numbers. So 23 becomes 2 3s, and 2 3s is 33. 33 is your master number of transmutation. This is why it's always tied back to some form of ascended master or leader or savior of the age. Now, October 9th is the day that we could be seeing the U.S. national debt hit 33 trillion. So this aligns perfectly. And to tie the gematria into all of this, we were talking about 23 and actually writing out the word. So 2 3s equals 41. And this is the hidden gem here. October 9th, the date that we've been talking about this entire video, starts the 41st week of this year. An absolute gem of a connection. And if you've been following my work for some time, you've heard me bring up the importance of the solar and lunar eclipses and their effect on markets, specifically for cryptocurrency. And we have our next solar eclipse on October 14th, which is literally in the same week as October 9th. The key date in today's decode, which happens to be, again, tied to this number 41. You mirror the number 41, you get to 14. 14 is 7 plus 7. And everything we've been talking about here on this channel tied back to Jubilee has to deal with the number 7, specifically 77, because 7 times 7 is 49, and then on the 50th year you practice biblical Jubilee. So the fact this date is during this week that we've been talking about, it tells me something important will be happening around this time frame. Here we've been prepared for something to go down on the world stage that could push this entire market and the entire financial environment into extreme uncertainty and fear. And we know in order for this to happen, the market maker needs to inject chaos into the system.
This is it.
And anyone who's been paying attention could see the writing on the wall. With the stock market near all-time highs and where monetary policy is at right now, combine that with Christine Lagarde coming out probably 3 or 4 months ago talking about exposing that the European Central Bank, the ECB, will be making their decision, quote unquote, regarding CBDCs in the month of October. They aren't even hiding their agenda from us. They're telling us straight to our faces. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is definitely not financial advice, but with everything we've been talking about on this channel for this entire Jubilee year, it boils down to this very moment. And it's crucial to stay focused right now and don't get caught up in the distractions. This is the interesting thing. He talks about this Jubilee year. So I went and had I'm trying to look at the background to the Jubilee. I've heard of this for many, many years, and I've not researched it in deep kind of level. But so, as part of the market anniversary, Bishop Gregory has deemed 2023 a Jubilee year, encouraging people to focus on the joys of Christian. He explains the Bible as a concept of sort of Sabbath of Sabbaths, so that the 50th year of the life of the peoples of God, a Jubilee was proclaimed. Now, this is really interesting. What he's talking about here is the Jubilee. He's not the only person to talk about this. You can have a debt jubilee. You can have a resetting of something, an end and a beginning. Boney talks about this in his 7-year timeline, which is exactly where we're sitting in, straight in the middle now of this almost like a gap between the tides. I live in an island, and what happens is you get 6 hours 5 hours 30 of tide moving in. Then there's a 30-minute gap. Yeah, and then the tides begin to change again. And in this kind of this window, this energy change that he refers to in his kind of, I'm going to say his timeline here, is this
this 7-year timeline where you've got summer 2023 being the crux, the kind of the pause time, okay? And I think things are going to get a little bit spicy. That's what I'll say. A little bit spicy in the next few months. And like I've always said, I feel that the transition occurs between September and spring of next year. Okay, I've said this for many, many months. That's why I say, like, you know, when people say to me, moon ripples, when moon? There is no moon. There is a series of uplifting events, and adoption occurs not in a straight line. My firm belief is that you will see a transitional movement from one system to the other, and you are in the right space. Your intuition has brought you here. You are not in the wrong space, but these things take time. You know, the wheels of finance grind very slowly. This is my firm belief. But between this window of 9 and 3, September, and next year, we will see the 6-month window of deep change and cleansing. And fire is the biggest cleansing tool, isn't it? Okay? And so this is when we begin the change, I believe. It's really, really hard to read on this side of things. There was a riddle here on XRP Riddle Archive which talks about, you know, the Bearableguy's teeth. He says, my teeth reveals the month we're in, but don't despair when you count to 10. Now, the interesting thing is, don't take the riddle at face value. You have to look at it a different way. And he kind of, he never tells you the full picture with these, and he often leaves things that are inverted. Don't despair when you count to 10. Despair, 10, month of October. Okay, and that's, you know, it doesn't reveal what month he's in normally at all. It reveals what year he's in. That's what I think anyway. Again, I'm not going against his word, but it's just, there's a few things that don't always line. This X in the annual and solar eclipse was fascinating. I'm just looking what else I've pulled up here. Oh yeah, the Hebrew year of 2023. Let's just play this briefly.
This year of 2023 is covered by the Hebrew calendar year 5783. The Hebrew calendar consists of 7-year cycles, known as Shemitah years, with a jubilee occurring every 50th year. Last year was a Shemitah year, and many are speculating that the year ahead could be a jubilee year. Now, the Jewish records, were lost in the destruction of the temple in AD 70, and so we can't have full certainty as to when the jubilee will occur.
That's okay. Big shout out to this guy, Enoch Lavender. PS. I hate the way Wikipedia thinks it can just jump in and say, oh no, it's all bullshit. Yeah, whatever. The Hebrew, so that's the interesting thing about the Hebrew year that we're in, and these Shemitah years, and the 7-year cycle of a 7 times 7, a 49th year, and the 50th being a Jubilee. Okay, don't forget that. Anyway, we've been over. Also, one other little thing, there is Masonic symbology inside BG's work, or of course, if you look at one of the moons, you've got this, get 10 o'clock, you've got 2 o'clock, yeah, and the golden suns, you've got almost the same shape as the, wrong one, you've got this thing inverted. There is massive symbology, and there's no doubt, and yeah, so we shouldn't overlook that, but equally it forms a very small part of the overall picture. Now, one other thing I wanted to bring to your attention. This is the next tweet for Ripple that we're going to be looking at on the forward guide facing account. It says, for Lotus 3, that for it there's a test. 1 and 2 are given, 3 is a quest. Well, 3 is a quest, we know what that means. It's the third image in the 3 of BG's work. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you see the parallels? These are the 3 main images. So that's number 2, that is number 1, and this is number 3. 3 is a quest. 3 is a quest. What does it mean? A quest means it's a journey for traveling. You have to go somewhere. It's out into the future. It's not now. There is no moon. you get where this is going. This is a journey. Okay, it's a journey ahead. He tells you. Okay, there's no moon occurring. The journey ahead. Yeah, think 3 years into the future, 2026, till treasures in sight. A journey ahead till treasures in sight. Okay, piracy, pirate ships, besides the last lodestar, a last brick of light. Now that's the interesting one. But listen, a journey ahead till treasure in sight. Well, this is about pirates, piracy, Ripple, a quest. we've also talked about this ship also being the famous vessel that went in 1620 over to the New World. I forget the name of it today. What the heck is the name of it called? It's not the Santa Maria, that was Columbus. Anyway, it evades me. We'll go over it in another video. There's a famous vessel that brought the pilgrims to the shores of America in 1620 from Plymouth, New England. I've got it in one of my tweet threads. Anyway, we'll go over that again. Okay. A treasure set. Besides the last lodestar, a last brick of light. What's he referring to? A last brick of light. See this brick here? That's the brick of light. And there's a brick of light up there. But interesting, a brick refers to the BRICS nations. And look at the colours. It's in the Ukrainian colours. Interesting, right? BG123 had the Ukrainian flag in the bookshelf. What is the bear? It's a Russian bear. Okay, interesting, right? Ukrainian brick, last brick of light. Very, very interesting. Anyway, we'll leave it there. That's a lot of dot connecting for one day. The kind of, to join all this up, I believe we may, and by the way, that other thing was saying, you got 4 pointed teeth, 2024 party time. Why would it be party time? Because the ship gets to set sail. The knight is in good armour. In this scene here, we're still in a real shabby armour suit. The knight really is still fighting his good fight, okay, in 2023. Although we may see that change with the Riddle Declaration of Independence, it does show the level playing field, a takeoff occurring. We also see the purple sock with XRP rising after the Phoenix, being pinned at the mantelpiece after the Phoenix has risen, which is between November and December. So keep your eyes on December. But then, is the ship signalling Ripple sailing away to new shores? Okay, I believe it is. Ripple moving house. That is April in the clouds. Aries looking at the sun, which is May. Okay, Bearableguy released that in, I think it was April the 12th. So there'll be a 4-year delta on that. But things to keep inside is this. This next tweet here. And also November. Your eyes should be firmly on November for this next one. If we smash this, we know we're onto it. Okay, this is my next thing. This here, this first prize. November the 7th. Something's occurring. Is that the settlement? Is that a deal haggard out? Green background means good. Okay, first prize. Anyhow, that's enough. I'm tired. I hope that's good for you. I hope that joins some dots. Please drop a comment. Please like. Please share this video far and wide. If it has massive value for you, if it contains expansive knowledge that we've brought together in Dot Connect, I urge you to share it with others. It's really useful for my channel. Please subscribe. Please come and say hi. I'm very, very active on these spaces at the minute. Well, the work is in between with my life. So anyway, hope you're all having a good day. Be blessed. I'm very grateful for the kind community comments always in the videos and Twitter. I'm really blessed to have a lovely, conscious community around me. It inspires me to create more content. And yeah, we haven't got bad vibes here. We maintain and nurture a good, positive environment for this expansion of knowledge in this space. And we're all investors. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just on us looking at a cartoon bear with a silly hat and looking into the futures of our investments. Have a good day all. See you in the next video. Be blessed.